What makes a great coach? Funny enough, I did a series of interviews called exactly that, what makes a great coach. And in those series of interviews, these were track and field interviews. I interviewed some great coaches. John Smith, a great American coach who's had numerous Olympic sprinters under his belt. Bobby Kersee, who famously said to me once, I've got more Olympic gold medals than countries. He was, still is, Allyson Felix's coach, a great American coach, and the husband of Jackie Joyner Kersee, heptathlon world record holder. And Clyde Hart, who was Michael Johnson's coach, and Jeremy Warner's coach. And the series was What Makes a Great Coach. And you know, all of them said, at one point, if not, and very early on in the interview, they would say, what made a great coach, Connie, was first of all having the great ingredients. It doesn't matter how good a coach you are, if the talent you're working with isn't up to it, you're never going to get an Olympic champion out of them. So from a coach point of view, that would be their response, I think very modest response. From the other end, as the athlete, but also as a person still involved in track and field and sport after retiring from athletics, without a shadow of a doubt, what makes a great coach is a mix. It's a mix of science, art and psychology. And it has to be a balanced mix. And the ratios change every single time that person turns up at the session. But you certainly can't be all of one and not the other. I've witnessed coaches who are 95% scientific all the time. And they will come to the athletics track, because that's my home, with data that says this person should do this and this person should do that. But the art of understanding why that wouldn't work wasn't there. It's being able to feel the movement of an individual in any sport and feel what works for them. That's how a great coach creates great performances. And then by far an imperative part of being a great coach is the psychology. I think some of the best coaches in the world are great psychologists. You have to get into the mind of the person that you're working with. You have to understand their fears, what motivates them, what calms them down. And it's those three things. It's the science, it's the art and the psychology in different measures at different times. But you get those mixtures right, and it never happens in one season. The great coaches learn by their mistakes how to get those measurements right for every different person. And the greatest coaches, and this is true of any sport, can walk into an environment, deal with 6 or 7 sportsmen or women at the same time, and at one of them, psychologically, you need to get into their head. One of them, scientifically, you need to get some data down so they understand something. The other one, it's all about art form and how are you feeling, where's your body going, and they can do that for 6 people in the room at the same time. It is a genius who can do that. And actually, the sports coaches up and down the world aren't really as respected as they should be.